name is Alison Eardley and I'm the Policy Manager for Action for Market Towns, and my role here today has been to talk about a new piece of guidance that we've been developing jointly with ACRE, looking at the benefits of community-led planning from a local authority perspective, in particular how they can support communities and the actual benefits they can reap themselves.
Okay. And how can communities make the most of CLP?
I think effectively it's looking at community-led planning as an opportunity for communities to have a hands-on involvement in the development of their area over a number of wide range of issues, and by putting together a steering group and developing an action plan based on thorough evidence, they can work with their local authorities and other partners in the public sector and the private sector to actually deliver some of the things that they want to see themselves happening on the ground. So it's a very hands-on process. It actually enables them to do things for themselves that a local authority or others may not be able to do in the future.
How will the relationship between communities and local authorities have to change as we move towards more localism?
I think what we're suggesting through the guidance is that localism certainly isn't something that's new. It's something that's been happening for a number of decades, and I think the way that we need to look at it is trying to strengthen the partnership between the local community and the local authority. So what we're talking about in our guidance is structuring community-led planning through what we call our LEAD framework, which effectively looks at each step of the process from launching the idea of doing a plan to actually delivering it, and specifies in each of those stages what the community is doing, how they might be supported by an independent local facilitator, and then how the local authority can add value to that. The idea being that if the local authority and the community are partnering up right from the very start, then at the end it's very much more likely that the plan will be realistic and achievable and actually delivered.
And what good examples of community-led planning did you find when you were doing your research?
We find lots of examples. I mean, I think I mentioned in my presentation that over 4,000 communities have so far engaged in community-led planning, and the sorts of actions range from the smallest thing like a litter collection, or maybe setting up a children's play group within a village hall, right the way through to some really quite technical projects that you might think quite difficult and unachievable, but actually if you bring together a community that's motivated, enthusiastic and has the support of their local authority, they can do things like take over their local tourist information centre or run their local library, and especially in the context of funding cuts where these sorts of services might well be cut.